sign making. So in this video, I'm going to go through all the steps to make these 3D stacked signs, how to make them efficiently, whether you're making them for custom orders, batch production, or you're just a hobbyist and you want to make some cool signs. Going through different material types, all the possibilities, and lots of tips I've picked up along the way. All of these signs were made with minimal tools. So yes, this is a wood shop and I'm a woodworker. However, really only one tool, and that was the laser cutter. A laser cutter can make all of these signs. If you have a scroll saw or a CNC, a lot of these tips will still apply. I've made loads of signs that way. However, for efficiency, there's just no beating the laser cutter, eliminating sanding, and so many steps. So anyway, here you have it. Lots of different options, some tips, a tutorial on how to make these 3D signs. All right, first up, before we get into it, I want to talk about medium density fiberboard. This one gets a little bit of an intro, the other sections won't. But when it comes to sign making, most makers use MDF. Great stuff. It cuts super well, whatever you're using, especially on the laser cutter, and you get great results. So some painting tips will be here, but one thing I want to point out that I'll showcase in all of the videos is adding in some double stick tape sheets. So I've linked all this stuff down below. You'll see me using this later, but some different brands that I've used. Why this is so great is when I put it on the back, when I pop out the letters, I can peel it off. Everything attaches so easily, especially if you're going for intricate little letters like here or like here. It makes alignment great. I love CA glue, super glue with activator. It works fantastic. But for the really tiny stuff, this stuff is great. So you'll see this a little bit later. But here we go. MDF signs, how to cut it, cuts like butter, but then some painting tips to make a great sign, and then some other stuff too. Here we go. All right, so MDF really cuts well. It cuts well in whatever tool you're using to cut. But just to start off, I just want to show the laser cutter in action, really quickly cutting out all of these different shapes, these different files. A lot of my designs I do find from Etsy. What's great about the software is I can find, just any JPEG image I just find off the internet, and I can convert it into an SVG file. Don't be intimidated by all those words. The software is super intuitive. Again, if you're going the laser cutter route, lots of videos out there on how to make this happen. But with sign making, you cut your wood, you cut your shape, your sign, your piece. That's just step one. I just wanted to showcase some of the capabilities here before we jumped into the paint and all those other tips and steps. But you can see here, it cuts really quick. Here with my license, not for sale, Mickey Disney items. So once I've cut everything out, it's time for painting. So all these small little pieces, when I use the spray paint, it's just gonna blow away. So I use some double stick tape here on a bigger piece of cardboard, and then it's time to prime. So MDF just needs a ton of primer. That is the biggest tip when working with MDF. It just absorbs it so much, especially on the edges. Not as much, with a laser cutter because it does burn the edges a bit. But the best ones are filler primer or the sandable primer. You can build up layers really quickly. And when making signs or working with MDF, it is so good on closing the pores of that fiberboard, so it can then receive your color coats or more primer. So I did a couple coats of the filler primer. Here I am just doing another coat of just the white primer. Works great as well. But after your primer, you want to go ahead and add your color. Here I'm just using spray paint. I'm using a Rust-Oleum brand from Home Depot. There's lots of different paints out there. I've always had great success with Rust-Oleum. A lot of sign makers like to use the Montana brand, and they really swear by it. I haven't tried it yet, but get some great colors. And like I showed earlier, that double stick tape is already on the back, so I can really easily attach these pieces, even all those like little intricate pieces on these smaller ones. All of these pieces here, they're just personal. Obviously, I'm not going to sell licensed stuff from Disney or whatnot because I don't want them to come after me. But whatever projects are like a nursery sign here with a name, the stacked letters, for name signs, this is definitely a great idea. Some great inspiration for, other sign making if you want to get into sign making. It's super quick when you already have those sheets of double stick tape on the back, just to peel it off, use some tweezers to peel it off, and get some great results. And so MDF with paint really you can produce some really cool signs with all kinds of colors, loads of possibilities. And so definitely recommend the MDF and paint method. Works great. But you can also get bigger sheets of plywood. Here I am at Home Depot, the box store. They have the panel saw, right? So a panel saw, they can cut the sheets down for you if you don't have saws. Obviously here I have a table saw and I can break down my own sheets. So that's an option. But like I mentioned, you don't have to have tools to get into sign making and make signs like this. But you can get your sheets kind of broken down there at the store for you. You're going to save a lot more money than buying them online. I will link down some other places I found some wood and materials. But here I'm just showing plywood. And so plywood's just another medium, another option in adding stain. You get that wood grain effect, some really cool looks. And it's a lot more affordable than the hardwoods. And so you can dye the wood, you can stain the wood, and I love the look, and it makes for a much faster sign because you don't have to do all the steps of priming and paint afterwards. So if you're planning on making a lot of signs, the stain option and this plywood is my favorite option. I feel like it's the most efficient and get some great results, and I dig the look. I think it's pretty cool. Again, here just showing a laser cutter can make quick work of it. At the end of the video, I will talk a little bit more about laser cutters and just some different options and, you know, some more affordable options and just possibilities. But again, even if you're not here for laser cutters, you just want the sign making tips. These tips obviously do apply, you know, for scroll saws and other machines. But all right, as I'm stacking the plywood here, it's the same idea, but now I'm using the CA glue. It's that super glue, Starbond CA glue and activator, so it just instantly adheres, makes quick work of it. And this is just a really quick way to get the sign effect that you want. Here's a college sports logo. Again, I have that double stick tape already on the back, and just quickly, so quickly make that sign. Here I'm using some CA glue, you know, just putting together this little Colorado flag. A little mess up, but it just quickly, you know, can pop it off. The CA glue does hold really well, and it's just another option there with the wood. I made quite a few of these really, you know, more involved signs for my classroom, for my school. I'm a 5th grade teacher. And so all of these are the stained wood. And these are some just really cool signs. You can make custom signs with wood and staining. You don't have to mess with painting because you stain the wood ahead of time. And it just has a really, really cool look. Maybe a little bit of sanding afterwards if you use a laser cutter. But then just go ahead, and I'm just using a little template right there to kind of line up all the letters. If you want more on like the software and how to use it, super intuitive software for this machine. If you want more videos on that, just, you know, reach out to me, drop in the comment, and I can maybe make a video that includes some more of the software and how I cut these files and how I design it. It's a lot easier than it seems. But here's another idea of just making a bigger sign with different letters, this raised lettering with this cool outline, a fun effect. I do like to, after I've done the stained wood, I like to add a clear coat. Just a clear coat afterwards, just to lock in that color. It usually brightens it up a little bit, and it just protects it. But staining wood is a very simple method to rapidly produce some really cool custom signs, like these ones here. And, you know, here a little bit of engraved, you know, on the lettering up above, but then the rest is all that stacked lettering. Some really, really cool possibilities. Just let your imagination take you. Really quickly want to show some other materials. Obviously you can do hardwood plywood. Here's some pre-finished plywood or some unfinished Babinga walnut. And that gives you that natural, you know, colors, really great results. I love working with that. You know, for me, as I was learning the machine, I wanted to, you know, do it with less expensive materials like with the plywood and the staining. But here's one where you use that walnut plywood, cut out this SVG file, and then I'm just adding a clear coat, pretty simple, and put together a quick sign for my dad for Father's Day. I'm adding the CA glue here. This was before I had learned about the double stick tape, and it still worked great. Just adding the CA glue was pretty quick. I did kind of dip it on the, you know, cardboard there just so there wasn't over, you know, as I put it down, I didn't have squeeze out of the glue and little glue drops on the outside. So if you're doing the CA glue, maybe go light, a little lighter on it. But some great results, that stack lettering. So many files, digital files online. Etsy files is where I find most of mine. But you can actually build your own in the software as well. Of course, you know, this isn't stack lettering, but, you know, with the laser cutter, look how quickly I was able to make these just in the bed itself. All right, this is a little different. I'm combining the engraving on plywood with some acrylic. And so this was a fun one I kind of built for my classroom. And one little tip to make if you're using the laser cutter for alignment is see how I have the score for the word green, or the line of where things are going to line up. I went ahead and I scored it so I knew where to line up the acrylic when I glue it down. And then the other places where I wanted it to stay, I engraved it. But that just helps with alignment as you're trying to build these signs, especially if you do lots of lettering. So adding a score ahead of time is a great method. For some of them as well, you can just build an extra template with just some scrap wood to get the look. Here's another one, just so you can see how acrylic with that stained wood, this I made for a teammate at school. You could also do this as a nursery sign. I made one for my nephew like this, but you have the stained wood, but then add in some acrylic. So acrylic, that's the cool thing about this particular machine. It cuts acrylic really well. It's a fun look where there's no painting whatsoever. You don't have to do any painting or any finish work. You just cut it and it's done. It does come with a protective covering. Again, I added that double stick tape on the back so I can just remove it with the tweezers here, and I can line up some little logos, some fun little pieces. This is great, for small stuff, but you could certainly cut some bigger pieces as well to make, some team logos or whatever sign you want, but there's a lot more possibilities. You can see that mirrored gold is a really cool effect, a cool look. So some more possibilities with acrylic. I love doing projects with my kids. So obviously there's the small business possibilities, but I like making things with my kids. And so, my kids want their different characters they're into. So here's just, cutting the machines, cutting some acrylic for Winnie the Pooh. And like I mentioned earlier, yes, this is licensed stuff. You wouldn't want to sell, things you don't have copyright or rights to, because, those big companies will come after you. But just quickly, how quickly I was able to put together just this fun little figure. I was thinking it was going to be wall art for my kids, but they just loved it, and now they're making them as toys. And these actually hold up a lot better because it's acrylic, but some really cool signs that would last. What did we make?
Pooh Bill. Thanks, Daddy. Tiny pieces.
Yeah, lots of tiny pieces. Can you show the camera? Who is that?
Pooh Bill.
Do you love him? But yeah, you can see my kids love it, and it's super fun just to make some quick little things. All right, this is another style of sign where I'm gonna make all of these different letters, these different words out of acrylic. This is super tiny, but if you're making a sign that has lots of letters and they're not all like one continuous piece, I recommend making just this. So this is just some scrap wood, and it's gonna be my alignment tool. And so I have some scrap wood here. So as I cut out all those tiny little pieces for the words, for joy, for peace, and those little letters, I can put them in this and use this for my alignment. So especially if I'm making, a big nursery sign or a company logo or something like that, making one of those alignment is great. But again, some more with the acrylic. It's just a different look, adding some of that plastic with wood. This is one I'm doing, a Fruits of the Spirit sign and all these different colors. I went way too small. This was a little bit torturous because it was all these small, tiny pieces. I had to sort it all out. I had to peel off the backers on each of them, but it was a fun project and I was learning. But you can see I have that alignment tool there. It's kind of taped down to my final piece, and I'm just adding each of those pieces there. And it's actually really cool. It's a great look. You get a pop of color. So here's just some other ones with acrylic. So maybe considering add some acrylic. My sources for acrylic, link down below if you want to find. Another medium is just the shower board. You can get this at Home Depot as well, where it's, it's shower board, but you can use this for dry erase. So if you want to cut signs for some dry erase material like I did for my students here, a little birthday chart, I can erase it and change that out each year. That's just another material that could work for signs and works on the laser. Or you can do it like right here as like, a pre-made piece, then you can paint it. But lots of different options. This is just a couple of the options for stacked signs, how to make these stacked signs, and especially how the laser can make this just so much more efficient. More ideas, more inspiration coming. All right, really quickly, I want to talk about this laser. This is the xTool P2, and I've got my 3-year-old here. He really wanted to be a part of this video, so you're welcome. We actually make a lot of things with my kids, super safe to use around them. This is a desktop unit. You don't need a wood shop for this. This one actually, you can produce signs and all the things that I produce out of an office, out of a living room. You can just vent it out the window. So lots of possibilities with this machine. Use those links down below just to see all that this machine, this is a robust machine. It can handle a lot. If you're not looking for the big one, xTool does make some other ones. So this is a cute little one. It's so small. However, it can do a ton. So it is just lightning fast for engraving, batch production. There are attachments to do larger pieces. You also can take out the plate down below, and this can actually, I can put this up against a wall and I can engrave there. Lots of possibilities here. Stay tuned for more video content on this one. So definitely check out the xTool website. Should they check it out? Yeah, lots of other lasers, cool functions. This one in particular has another cool feature where there's an automatic conveyor. So you can go, about 24 inches wide and do a really long piece if you want to do a massive sign like this. So here you can see it in action, just the possibility of doing a really long sign, whether you're engraving or you want to do cutouts. But if you want to have a continuous piece, that is a possibility. All right, so this is the P2, the CO2 laser. But maybe that it's just not in your budget. Maybe you want to get into laser, but you can't quite afford this one. Well, their D1 is their most popular one, and it's a great starter laser, but it has add-ons to really be, pretty comparable in some aspects to what this machine can do. So really quick, a teaser on what the D1 can do, another laser option for you. All right, so what's cool about the D1 is, there's so many features. So I definitely recommend, going to their website, checking it all out. But the D1, you have the option of having the 20 watt. You could just do a 10 watt attachment, or you can even upgrade to a 40 watt attachment. But this machine still cuts really well, both, plywood, wood, and acrylic. You could still add in those acrylic for signs like I showed earlier. They have the option of adding, some attachments to make it larger. So you can get even a larger bed for larger signs. And here you can see that same idea of the stacked sign. So that same idea, stacked sign, but lasers can do so many things, loads of other materials. This video was just talking about signs, but definitely check out some of my other videos for all the possibilities of what lasers can do. Be sure to use that code for some savings. And there you have it, sign making. If this video provided value for you, please consider subscribing to see more videos like this. I have quite a few other laser videos that really show the possibilities of a laser cutter, a laser machine. I'll be showing more laser videos, some of the different ones, both here on YouTube and of course on Instagram. But again, links down below to all the links, tools, tips, all that good stuff. But anyway, have fun. It really is fun. It's a blast. And if you're considering doing this for a small business or, some custom work, whether it's, making nursery signs or small businesses, plaques, trophies, there's definitely potential there. Or if you just want to do this as a hobby, it's just a blast. My kids love it. I'm loving making these things for my school. Anyway, all kinds of goodness. Thanks for watching. More videos coming. Until next time, take care.